Great news, Sarah. We are going to be getting that new video surveillance system to create greater transparency in the relentless drive for school improvement.
Is that being done to help protect students and teachers from gangs and kids with criminal records?
No, it's being done to protect students from bad teaching. We're using it to evaluate you. We've given you the tools, the technology, and the scripts to make your teaching better, so now you must be held accountable for delivering results. No excuses.
Where did you get the money for the surveillance system? I thought you said that you had to sell my desk and chair because we didn't even have enough money left to heat the school.
That's because warmth does not correlate with optimal student engagement. Also, there is a strong correlation between student underperformance and teachers having desks. It seems that teachers who have nothing to hide behind raise learning outcomes by 0.002%. Sitting down behind a desk is an old practice. Our district is committed to what works, not what's comfortable for teachers. You've got to teach out of your comfort zone if you want to raise the bar and close the gap for every student.
But wouldn't it be cheaper for you just to observe me in a few lessons?
It's not about money. It is about return on investment. We cannot just throw money at our problems. Funding must be strategic.
But it's got to be costing us a fortune.
No, half of the money for the new surveillance equipment is coming from the School Reform Foundation, the other half from Charter Teachers for the Future of America.
Wouldn't you get a better sense of everything that was going on by just watching me in my classroom live yourself?
My opinion is too biased. I have had some teaching experience and I know you. That would make me soft-headed. Only a panel of experts with no teaching experience can give you a truly evidence-based evaluation and recommend the appropriate best practices, professional development and next steps.
Who will be on this observation panel?
A group of accountability scientists who have been carefully selected by the School Reform Foundation.
To whom will they be accountable?
Why, to none other than the owner of the School Reform Foundation, himself, Mr. Charles Foster King.
But he just wants to fail schools and teachers so he can make schools run like businesses. For profit.
Nonsense. Only billionaires are sufficiently disinterested to provide fair and impartial leadership of education reform. Only the filthy rich can be blindly trusted with our tax dollars because they understand how the real world works. They can offer business solutions to the sluggish bureaucracy that protects bad teaching. Big unions have protected teachers from the natural accountability of witch hunts, scapegoating and media-driven paranoia for too long. We need an inquisition in order to make our schools strong again. This is the only way for America to educate its way to a better economy and be globally competitive. China is now beating us on an international assessment.
But you have already linked my evaluation and my pay to my students' test scores. When I push them to work harder, they resent me and threaten to do worse on the tests. They know they can get me fired. How much more blood does Mr. King want from me?
Oh, plenty. The panel of experts would be able to look at your every action under the microscope. With video replay and stop motion, we can analyze every last twitch or spasm in terms of effectiveness in raising student outcomes.
But the School Reform Foundation is just a tax shelter for a Chinese prison labor corporation. Why does Mr. King care so much about education in America or our global competitiveness?
He wants to know what makes teachers tick so they can be replicated through best practice, computers and human cloning. He's also building a huge video library from these tapes and selling them over the web.
I think I'm going to go to my union.
Could you say that again, please? I didn't quite hear you.
I said I think I'm going to have to talk to my union about this.
Oh, I don't think that would help.
Why not?
Your union accepted a massive raise from the School Reform Foundation.
Yeah. So, what's the connection?
The raise was based on your union's acceptance of more accountability and transparency, such as performance pay based on student results, customer satisfaction surveys, the removal of seniority and tenure, and expedited firing practices.
Who let this happen? Who is to blame?
That would be you. You said you did not think that education should be political, so you didn't vote. Remember?
This is starting to feel a bit Orwellian. It feels almost like Big Brother is going to be watching me all the time now. First it was data warehousing to monitor my performance. Now you want video surveillance.
Nonsense. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to be afraid of. If you are a good teacher, you will know that we only want to celebrate your accomplishments. If you are a bad teacher, we will give you a chance to get better. If you don't get better, you will be given a quick and merciful death.
But isn't this just a way to kill job security for teachers? Isn't it just another way to make you accept lower wages and raise profit margins as schools transition to businesses?
Only those with something to hide could possibly object to greater transparency. You're not hiding something, are you? Is there anything you'd like to take this opportunity to confess? I thought not. The cameras will be installed next Tuesday.